Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We back at it, man. It's that You Heard podcast, man. I know what it is, man. Hey, look,
You see that form, first of all. You see that
just gotta
form?
go. You gotta flat. You gotta see. You know what I'm
See
saying? You
that
gotta be able to read. You know what I'm saying?
form, son?
If he was a palm reader, you could see what we talking
See
about right
that
now, son.
form, B? Man,
I mean,
crazy.
I know what it is, man. Out here with my big bro Joe. Like, comment, share, subscribe, 5-star reviews everywhere you listen to us, man. Thank you for everything. Comments went crazy on the last episode, man. I think we're up to like 50 comments, people arguing back and forth. I love it, man. I love the engagement.
Yeah,
Thank
keep
you so
going.
much.
Keep
Keep it
going.
going, man. I make some people mad, but hey, you ain't always gotta agree with us, man. You know what I'm saying? We have a lively debate on the show.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's get into this
Be
intro.
respectful. Just be respectful, please.
Oh yeah, yeah, man, definitely. It was all love. It was all love. Like, yeah, man, I disagree with this. Like this, Chalupa, you said this wrong. Ben, you was crazy for this. Joe, what you talking about? It was a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah,
banter. I liked it. Love it.
yeah.
I love it. Let's get into this intro, man, and let's talk some Clemson.
Welcome to the You Heard podcast with your hosts, Ben, Joe, and CP. We're here to cover everything related to Miami Hurricanes football, from hot topics to pre and post game analysis.
All right,
Okay,
we'll
yeah,
talk
please.
about it at the end. We'll talk about it.
No, let's talk about that right now because you completely flipped it on me now.
I hate him for knowing this, bro. This man knew the brand, dog.
Okay, I don't appreciate that. I'm saying, like, I don't
I
appreciate
mean, what did you say?
No.
What are we talking about, man?
Get into it. Talk.
I feel keeping it a buck.
You heard?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man, we've had a couple days to sit with it, right? To process the loss on Saturday, watch the condensed game. What you thinking about it? You was in the building. You had a chance to watch it back. So yeah, man, you had a chance to watch the game back because you was in the building for the
Mhm.
game. What did you see? I want your takeaways and your thoughts on it, man. Let me know. It was good.
Yeah, man, I watched it back the other day, and I watched it back one more time. You know what I mean? Just to, you know, really, and not taking anything away from UNC. They had a great game plan. They played mistake-free football, which
Hmm.
is which was one of the reasons that they came out on top. We didn't play mistake-free football at all. Um, we made a lot of mistakes in costly situations, you
Hmm.
know. And then the tempo, like that was big, man. I don't think people realize how huge that is to be able to have a O line just lean on a D line all game and go fast,
Hmm.
especially on a D line that doesn't have the depth, the quality depth that you need. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And then, I know in the beginning of the season, people were kind of downplaying the fact that we didn't have any true one techs,
Yep.
downplaying the fact that we didn't have, 6'5", 320 cat in there, a
Hmm.
Jamil Burrows type
Hmm.
cat that we have now.
Yeah.
But that showed, you know, that showed, man. And yeah, so just looking at that, man, we offensively definitely some meat left on the bone. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And just things didn't go. I know we caused a fumble in the end zone, man, and they gained like 4 yards out of that. You know
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's crazy.
That's crazy. You know what I mean? So
Usually that's a touchdown or a touchback.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
And again, I talk about quarterback play a lot,
Hmm.
especially in college, man. You see the difference. Like, no, Drake May's numbers weren't better than TVD's, but the plays he made,
Yep.
he keeps things alive with his legs, and then
Picks up
he's
first
able to
downs.
hurt you. Yeah, he's able to hurt you downfield.
Yep.
So um,
I
just
think people.
man,
I think people because it's been a long time since we've had what Malik, right? Malik was the last time we really had a
The
dual
Eric.
threat core. The Eric King. We saw it then, right? Like you saw the difference, like how that offense was humming, and you saw that was with Rhett, with Lashley. That offense was humming, man. You give the defense something else to think about. And people, look, I've learned that, right? Like I might not be able to break down technique, but you show a defense something else to think about, it makes everything a little bit easier. Because if you know every play, like yo, this is what we're gonna do, you're very easy to defend. If all you do is the pick and roll, you know what I'm saying, like in basketball, that okay, we're gonna know what you're gonna do. If you show some diversity, if you have a guy that does multiple things, it shows, you know what I'm saying? It shows the impact on the defense. It shows why you had to have a spy on Drake May most of the game. You know what I'm saying? And he's getting tired because he's running around with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then things open up behind them. And if he's spying on Drake, if they're doing RPO, you know what I'm saying? Omarion could break through because, you know what I'm saying, you got the linebacker picking in the backfield for Drake. Those things, and it could be a split second, but that's all it takes. You know what I'm saying? When you have a dual threat quarterback like that, and that
And we
factors
haven't
in.
had we haven't had keeping it a buck. Like I love De'Aaron King, I love Malik Rozier, man. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah, that's
my
our guy.
guys,
Yeah,
man. You know what I mean? But we haven't had the quarterback that had both
yeah,
that can kill you. Like Malik can run.
yeah,
He wasn't a deadly accurate passer. He didn't have the strongest arm.
right.
He could run. He was
Yeah,
smart with it for the most part. De'Eric, the same way. I think he had a stronger arm than Malik, but
yeah,
he wasn't that accurate, you know.
hmm
Sometimes made, the wrong decision, but he could definitely get you out of trouble. We
yeah,
haven't had the Drake May, you know what I mean, the Trevor Lawrence.
the athlete at
We have,
quarterback.
yeah, we haven't had that, man. So it's hopefully we can get that one time and see how it looks.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Show because I think a lot of people, because if you just watch the Canes and don't watch other things, like it's to show the variety of what an athlete could do at quarterback. You think that it could only be done one way, and that's not the world anymore. So
yeah,
it's just because that's the way we've been for the last 20 plus years. I think CB said it. I think we're just trying to bring back Ken Dorsey over and over.
yeah.
And that's, those days are long gone, man. The athletes play quarterback now. So,
And it's
yeah,
not
man.
even, you don't have to be De'Aaron King.
Right.
Drake May is not De'Aaron King, man, but
Nope.
he can escape.
Mhm.
He'll get a first down when it's time to get a first down. You know what I mean? And he can run away from a D tackle. You know what I
Yep.
mean? He can run away from an occasional linebacker. Um, our quarterback currently, he's not going anywhere, man. You know
No.
what I
Running
mean?
in place.
Yeah.
Running in place.
Um,
So watching it back, man, give me something that you saw that you saw differently the second time you watched it, and something that you were like, damn, yeah, we really fucked up there. Besides the turnovers.
yeah. Something different, man. This is the first time, in my opinion, that the O line like allowed pressure. You know what I mean? They with the front, the front, North Carolina's front played really well.
Mm-hmm.
And they got pressure. Um, they got pressure on TBD, man, and hit them often.
Yeah.
And this is the first time, we've kind of seen that, Matt Lee with the snap, with the bass. It's kind of the first time we saw our O line kind of look human, because
Mm-hmm.
they've been looking, you know,
Incredible.
they've been looking
Otherworldly. Yeah.
ridiculous, otherworldly, the first 4 games, first 5 games, right?
Yeah.
5
5
games.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, 5 because they did their thing against Georgia Tech.
yeah,
Just
yeah, facts. And they weren't terrible by any means, no, but this is the first time that they kind of looked regular.
Yeah, I got you. All right, man. I'm gonna hand the ball off to you because you said you had some concerns about this when you heard it, right? After the game on Monday, they do their Monday press conferences. So let me know what you was thinking about this, man, because we were almost gonna talk about it earlier, but I was like, nah. Let's hold it off to the pod. So what were some of these comments that you was talking about, man, about the coaches?
Yeah, maybe I heard it wrong, because I kind of sometimes the pressers kind of are kind of muffled when the reporters
Yeah.
are asking questions. You know what I mean? So I
Reporters
was,
should 100% have a microphone.
yeah,
Yeah,
So
it bothers the fuck out of me. Yeah, I'm with you.
I guess they asked something, talking about the tempo of UNC,
Mhm.
and Coach Guidry said that they don't really practice against tempo. They practice against tempo maybe 4 plays of practice or something, and that's what I thought I heard. And
Right.
if that's the case, that kind of concerns me because college football is tempo for real. The majority of the teams run tempo.
Yeah.
Keeping it a buck, you know what I mean. Um, yeah, that kind of disturbed me a little bit.
I know the moment you talk about, and I went back and listened to it. And I do hate the fact that you can't, even with my earbuds in you, I could
Yeah,
barely hear the question.
nothing.
Like the questions are trash, can't hear shit.
Mhm.
But I think more so what he was talking about was in the moments in the game, like they couldn't defend against Temple that much because of what you was talking about, right? Like the lack of depth. Like he would call the plays, but his guys were getting tired. You know what I mean? It
Mhm,
goes back.
mhm,
It goes
mhm.
back to
Yeah.
that. So it wasn't. There wasn't that. So it's like even to run him. There's a stamina problem, right? Like, look, wrote this down. I forgot to bring it up last episode. There was seven with North Carolina and Miami ran the same amount of plays, right? So
Mhm,
72 plays on offense. Leonard Taylor was only on the field for 36, though.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a stamina issue on the defense, like because you don't have the depth, you can't rotate the guys in, which is why we don't see other players coming in, which actually frustrates me more as I'm talking about it because you have a stamina issue, so you rather play tired players than bring in fresh players that what I'm saying might bring something a little different.
Yeah, that was my thought process as well. Like, listen, man, I hear you have to earn it in practice, man. We got to know that you can do it. We got to know that you can. If you can't do it in practice, but
But yeah, that but was coming heavy.
sometimes, man, you need bodies. Like, how do you like? I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. I play. Some people are bad practice players. I'm gonna keep it
100%.
real.
Yep.
Some people are not good practice players, man. But in
Some people
them
are Hall of
games,
Famers. Yep.
yo, there's some Allen Iversons out there. Some practice.
Yeah.
What?
Greatest
Practice.
quote of
We
all
talking
time. One
about
of the greatest.
practice, man.
Practice,
You know
man.
what I mean?
Practice. Yeah.
But there's some people who are like that, and when it come game time, these cats are ready to ball, man. So, um, yeah, but for a game like that, a slugfest, and it wasn't, it wasn't pretty tempo, man. This shit was physical tempo.
Yep.
Like they was physical with the tempo. It
Yep.
wasn't, tempo. We throwing screens and all of that. No, nah, they was
Mm.
right up the gut tempo.
Yep. Yep.
You gotta have bodies, man. You gotta have bodies out there, man.
You got to if
You know
you're
what I
gonna
mean?
play your best your 5-star. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna play LT half of the snaps.
Mhm.
That means your D line your D line supposed to be more fresh, right? That means you're rotating them at least. So what was your substitution process like? It look he got. You know what I'm saying this was his. I'm a big Gidry guy, right? I like Gidry. This was a fail on his part. I'll say that.
Yeah, it
But it
just
also
it just looked it just looked like he was unprepared for that.
yeah
You know what I mean?
yeah.
He wasn't prepared for that. Yeah.
And it bothers me that we just don't play other guys. But like on both sides, you know what I mean? Like that really like I understand you could practice with it, but like fam, you're not gonna give any of your players, here 5 snaps, 7 snaps, 10 snaps. Like what is that going to unless he fails horribly, you know what I'm saying? Like is that going to kill you? Like then you keep your one a little bit more fresh. So you know what I'm saying? It's weird. But then again, like I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth on this one because at the same time, 36 plays Leonard Taylor got on. I didn't even know he played that much.
Yeah, and that's the question too about what we heard. Again, we talked about this a couple episodes ago, man. What we hear in the fall and coming out of practices and all of that. We heard about the Brown brothers, like
yep.
It was like Devontae Brown was about to tear the world up at corner.
Yep.
We heard about Jadaeus Richards about to tear the world up at corner.
Yep. We made a whole episode about Jadaeus Richards.
Yeah,
that came out. He's locking everybody down.
Yep. Yeah, what's the deal? What's going on? You know what I mean? Is it that bad? Like you can't get listen, man, Jaden Davis is my guy. Like he's become one of my favorite DBs. Him and DP2, man, have become my favorite, DBs, man. But the way he was being used early was the way to use him.
Yep.
That was the way he excelled. So you telling me by moving him to outside corner full time, like you don't have trust in no outside corner,
no other corner.
Damn, like that's not cool. That's not what I want to see.
If you're showing lack of confidence in them now, and they didn't get much burn when it was the easy part of your schedule, you're supposed to throw them out there now during your conference to maybe hopefully they stop the bleeding off a losing streak.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like that there's something wrong there, right? Like it doesn't make sense. And again, like it feels like if we would have done this episode a year ago, it would have felt the same. A year before that, it would have felt the same because it feels repetitive. You know what I'm saying? Like it just does. Like we talk. I remember last year because we started the pod towards the end of the year. I think we did like 3 games at the end of the year. I was like, yo, you telling me we can't rotate these guys at all? Yeah. And we having that same, saying that same talking now. That's a problem.
It's questions, man, that we see. Listen, man, we're fans, B. We out here watching, man. We don't know what's going on in the building. But to me, shit, why DP2 couldn't follow Tez around? Like, fuck. Yeah. DP2, you got Tez the whole game, son. You the best cover corner. Let's see what it is.
Let's see what's popping.
Why not? Yeah. Fuck. Yeah. To me, I don't know, man. I don't know,
man. Like we just got questions.
Yeah,
that was, you know what I'm saying? That's a quick talk on Clemson, man. Let's get into the game that is, but before that, let's take a quick commercial break.
Welcome to Caneswear.
New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
Yeah, man, you see that, man. You know what I'm saying? It's over there.
I didn't get to rock. It's still there, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my fake radio voice.
That guy took my shine from me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Hey, man, listen, I didn't know where you were, man. You out here with a new background. You know what I'm saying? You got a large dog house in your backyard. You know what I mean? All right, man. Look.
Clemson is on the clock, man. You know what I mean?
Clemson is on the clock, man. Look, man.
On the clock.
All right, man. I want your thoughts on this one, man. What you think? How you feeling about this? What are your thoughts?
So preseason, I picked us to lose this game. With a little caveat, I said that I feel.
All right, man. So yeah, let me know. We had to take a little commercial break. My bad. What are your thoughts? What you thinking about this Clemson game, man?
Yeah. So preseason, before the season, we picked Clemson to win this game.
Mhm.
I did say that I think this would be the last year they get us.
Yep.
And I still believe that. But I hope not, man. I really hope. I really hope that there's a game plan for Clemson has had a week off, right? They had a bye week.
They had a bye week. They played Wake
Um,
Forest 2 weeks ago.
yeah, so they've had a couple weeks to prepare, and that can be good or bad, as we know. So, but they've had a few weeks to rest up. They've had a few weeks to install new things,
Yep.
some stuff we probably have never seen on film.
Yep.
And they got Garrett Riley over there, man. So yeah, I'm sure he dialing up something.
Yep.
Um,
Building more confidence into their quarterback.
yeah, Clemson's front seven is still a front seven. I don't care what nobody say. They still got their front seven on defense.
Those dudes are huge.
That freshman they got at DN is a problem, man. Number 12.
Peter Woods, right?
The problem. Huh?
Was that Peter Woods?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a damn problem, man.
Jeez, man. Yeah.
Of course, Jeremiah Trotter's that guy. And that just makes their secondary better because their secondary is kind of young, but that front seven makes them better.
Yep.
And the O line is still the O line, man. It's not what it was last year, but it's still a solid physical group, big group.
Yep.
And they got two big cats at running back. Cats that you don't want to tackle, man. So that's where we going. Like, that's the concern I have. I'm sure they'll go tempo. I'm sure they're gonna hand that ball off.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So that's the concern.
And they got two.
That's the concern I have. Our offense, the concern remains the same. You pressure TVD, you get him off his spot. What is he gonna do? I think we could take advantage in the air on them. I really do. I think we can get to the edge. But are we gonna do it? I think we can attack the middle of the field. Are we gonna do it? I don't know. Yeah. So I don't know what to expect, man. It's been hit or miss, man. So I don't know what to expect.
Yeah, it's been a big roller coaster, man. So I watched I watched the highlights of Wake Forest and Clemson and Florida State and Clemson. I didn't do the condensed game because I knew the result. You know what I mean? I was just trying to see what's what. Yeah, the secondary is a little young. They're good on initial coverage. They struggled when the quarterback got out of the pocket. They didn't. They
don't have to worry about that.
Don't have to worry about that, which gives me a lot of concern in this game. Right? Like we have a stationary quarterback, a stationary target. That D line flies, man. Their D tackles are no joke. They stunt. They give you different plays and different gimmicks and different shit. That D line is no joke. That Jeremiah Trotter is an NFL linebacker. You know what I'm saying? That dude is a monster. So that D line is a problem. Those two running backs are Omari and Hampton. You know what I mean? Like that's the size they both gonna do to you. So if we struggled with Omari and Hampton, look, I picked this game as I think I picked this one. Yeah, I picked this game as an L. I picked this game as an L in the preseason as well. But it wasn't this situation of an L. If that make, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't looking at possibly 3 straight L's as an L. So the context,
because we picked L's at UNC too. So
yeah, it would have been 2 straight. Like, all right, look, we're not there yet. But okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? But like the madness of GT, then follow that up with North Carolina, and now looking at Clemson, we knew this was we knew these two were tough games. We didn't see, you know what I'm saying, the fluke shit of Georgia Tech. So I'm gonna be honest, man. The offense worries me a lot because now with which Coach Cristobal talking about, Elijah is coming back in. I have questions, man. Like, I don't know how much that's gonna factor if your safety blanket is what it is. You get what I'm saying? Like if you've shown that tendency your whole career. Like this isn't anything new, right? Like last year before X got hurt, you know what I mean? And it's no shot at X. Yo, you're a receiver. You want the ball every fucking play. This isn't. This is no like yo. If you want 150 catches, get your 150. But I don't know what difference a tight end is gonna make, and I'm just genuinely asking because I imagine a tight end crowding the same space as where X crowds, right? Like he's not gonna give you though. He'll give you some seam routes, which he did against Georgia Tech on that deep play, and then the next play we threw Riley Williams, which was his first catch of the from his first catch from Tyler this whole season, because his other two catches were from Emory. So five of the six catches that the Titans have come from Emory Williams. Just something to think about. But yeah, man, I'm more worried about this game than I was in the preseason, if I'm keeping it a buck. Because if things go right, cool, right? But we've shown now that when one thing goes wrong, that second and third thing go wrong, and there's the game.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So like I'm not as confident as I was in this game. Like because in the preseason I was like, yo, we're gonna do something, especially look at the first 4 weeks, we're gonna do something different, yada yada yada. But I don't know what we're going to do because I don't know what team is going to show up. I don't know if it's going to be the last 2-week offense. I don't know if it's the first 4-week offense. I don't know. I don't know
what you hope Elijah Arroyo brings is a mismatch. You hope you can scheme up something to get him one-on-one with a linebacker, or even one-on-one with a safety, because if Elijah Arroyo is healthy, he runs like a receiver and, is as strong as a tight end or almost a tackle. You know what I mean? He catches everything. He's an athlete. So what you hope him coming back does is, focus a little bit of attention on him, and open up some other things. But hopefully you can get him in some some pickle. You can get them cats in some pickles. You run trips on one side and you have tight end Arroyo by itself on the other side. Hopefully, you get him on a strong safety or a linebacker over there, man.
Yeah. My question is you could have him, you could scheme him up however you want, right? Mm-hmm. Cook it up. If he doesn't get looked at,
well, if what TVD is gonna go, he's gonna look at. So if Elijah Arroyo's the primary read, the first read, he's gonna look at the first read. He's gonna do that. He may come off him quick. He may look at him real. You know what I mean, and go back. He may. I don't know. Right. But if the play is designed to get Arroyo the ball, he gonna look over there.
So one thing I did to talk about Clemson a little bit and not just be on the TVD topic. K. Klubnik isn't the most accurate of passers. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So according to Sports Reference, you know what I mean, have him at 65%, which is solid, 1,370 yards, 11 TDs, 2 INTs. He's an athlete back there. The man can run. And fam, like I watched the Florida State game. He scans the field quickly. He'll give you a look away, right? He did that quite a bit. He has a strong arm, and we've shown that we might not be able to cover deep.
Well, I think we do what we do, man. Like we pressure the hell out court. We knocked the shit out of Drake May. K. Klubnik is not as big and strong as Drake May, so the way he gets hit may affect him a little bit. And I think we do the same thing. You know what I mean? We continue to do that. I just think the concern about, the deep passes can be really taken care of if the safeties stay where they're supposed to stay and help where they're supposed to help. You know what I mean? Listen, we love JW and we love Cam and we love that they're aggressive. But with the aggressive, we got to deal with the aggressive shit they do. They come up.
They come up. They play the run.
Come up and knock heads off. They want to come up and get a pick. So when they supposed to help over the top, sometimes they ain't helping over the top. So maybe you change some things up. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Maybe you make that second linebacker with Kiko a JW. You know what I mean? Like for a couple plays.
We don't get paid to figure that type of shit out. You know what I mean?
We don't get paid the hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars that they talk about. But maybe switch, give different looks. Like you give give seriously different looks on the D line, right? That front seven, you do that. Let's do something different than that back forward, man. Like let's just give them something. Give different looks, man. You did it at A&M. Yo, this is in a lot of ways for a lot of people, you know, a make or break game. You know what I mean? Like this is for a lot of people. Like yo, this is if it happens for a third straight time, so a lot of people gonna be out. Let's keep it a buck. There's gonna be a lot of people like yo, man. This is just over and over. Yada yada yada. Who's your big? I know the running backs that are basically the same size, right? Maffa and Will Shipley.
I think big.
Yeah, which is crazy as shit. Too, Will Shipp is big, yo. Will Shipp is a big cat. So we got two big guys, man. Defense is gonna be tested. Fam, if they tempo you better be ready for it, man. You better be ready for it this time. I don't want to hear this shit again. Nah,
but how can you saying be ready for it? You can't create no new tackles, man, or bigger tackles. You can't, you know what I mean?
I need that Jamil Burrows NCAA. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he's available now. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how ready Anthony Campbell is.
But he's not that big of a guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He's not that, know. I don't know, man, but you got to be ready, you know. So Mesidor was out. I don't know if he back. That'll kind of help a little bit. That's another body, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So I don't know. I don't know what you do, man.
Yeah, you can't create
it's either or. You got to pick your poison, man. If you wanna put 8, 9 in the box, you gotta trust. You gotta trust your people on the outside, man. You gotta lock them up, play man, bring them up. You gotta trust them. You know what?
Does anybody scare you on the outside?
No.
Nothing.
They don't. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's a pick your poison thing, man. So you gotta do something, man. Guidry go and bring pressure. That's him.
Regardless.
It's coming. Pressure is coming. You know what I mean? So figure it out. You know what I mean? I don't particularly like pressure with zone behind it. I don't like that shit. I don't like pressure with zone. I'd rather pressure with man. But then if you pressure with man and you don't get there and the quarterback scrambles, it's just the quarterback in open grass. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Good, easy 30-yard run.
Yeah. So it's things you're gonna give up either way, you know. But I like pressure. Hit the fucking quarterback every chance you get. You know
that Cam sack was beautiful, yo. Yeah. That Cam sack and that Kiko sack. Oh, those things were lovely.
Every chance you get, son.
Man. How you feeling about this one, man? Just overall, like how you feeling about it?
I picked them to lose, so that's what it
is.
Yeah,
but like with the yeah, I know we don't take more. Like we could pick it, but we like secretly we hope we wrong as fuck, right? Like
of course, like, of course, yeah.
So like going into it, you know what I'm saying? Game's a couple days away. You know what I'm saying? Thursday, it's Thursday right now to y'all. It's not to us. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Just
another night game, man. It's gonna be mad energy in the building. Again, mad, probably a lot of recruits coming. What you gonna do? You know what you gonna do? So hopefully they rise to the occasion. Hopefully the coaches get better. All you could do is get better, man. Coaches make errors too. Coaches are humans. We've seen it all around college football. You know what I mean? Colorado, we've seen Clemson, we've seen Notre Dame. You know, all around college football, coaches make errors too. So, but they got to get better, man. I don't. You know, you apologizing and taking accountability. That's dope. But you got to grow
from it. You got to grow from it. Yeah. So saying I'm sorry ain't the same. Well, if you make the same fucking mistakes again, what does that shit mean? You know what I mean? Like it's a lot.
TBD got to grow too. He got to grow from his mistakes. You know what I mean? Parrish. You know, hopefully Chaney gets some burn. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. You know, I just want to see cats play, man. You know, I know a lot of people point to AJ Allen trying to pick up that blitz. He couldn't pick up the blitz.
He tried though.
Yeah, he tried, but that's not, that's not good enough. But
no,
man, move AJ Allen around. AJ Allen, motion him out the backfield, man. Throw a quick screen, something. You know what I mean?
I was talking about this shit with my barber. I was like, yo, why don't you talk, because he's a Miami fan too. He's from Miami. And he's like, why don't you fake, fake the block and go right back. If you go right behind him, TVD drops it over the top. Oh, yeah. There's nobody behind that linebacker. You know what I mean?
But you got again, man, you got well, we've seen TVD. TVD did a little side arm.
Yeah.
He could change his arm angle up. And I'm like, yo, I don't know. But yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I feel you. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like if that's the best, it's a bad spot to put AJ Allen in. You know that's not what he does. You know he's a smaller back, right? So why are you gonna ask him to do something, you know what I'm saying, that you know isn't his strength? You play to his strengths. Not you don't want to show his weaknesses. Now every time somebody see AJ Allen, we know he can't fucking pass block. Yeah. Right, so you know it's gonna be either a run, you know what I mean, or a run, because they don't fucking do screens. Like again, another game. Did you see a screen? What did you see? A wide receiver screen? Did you see a fucking running back? Any of it?
Wide receiver, they do a couple wide receiver screens.
With what's
Kobe?
His name?
Kobe caught one.
Horton.
Yeah, Horton.
And he ran for like 9 yards. Like it's crazy because I remember the Brad Kaya years. That's all they would do for they had one drive where that's all they did was wide receiver screens and get 8 or 9 yards.
Bubbles.
Yeah, them bubbles.
Yeah, they would run them bubbles. And Joku would take that shit to the house. Amon Richards take shit, man.
Fam, what do we I need more Kobe screens, man. That dude breaks. He's gonna be stronger than every DB that's gonna be on him. That's one thing about Clemson's DBs. They are not big. They are not big.
They got good. I like I think Wiggins.
Yeah, Wiggins.
Corner. I like him, man. I like him at corner, man.
But he's not a big guy though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can play to your strengths, man. You know what I mean? Fuck. Look at him, son. Break just for a second, just look somewhere, just do this. Just move your neck around. Something like that, man. Yeah. Get the defense moving and thinking. Man. Yeah. I really hope we're wrong about our prediction.
Yeah, of course. Definitely.
So let's get into these numbers real quick before we get up out of here, man. What's Clemson's total defense, offense? You know what I mean?
Yeah, so right now we're sitting at 18th in total defense.
Yeah.
Clemson is 5th in total defense. You know what I mean? So the defense speaks for itself, man. They give up 4 yards, about 4 yards a play.
Yep.
They've given up about 261 yards, 262 yards per game, which is fantastic. We've given up. I think this last game dropped us quite a bit.
Yeah.
We're giving up 308 yards a game and 5 yards a play. So we definitely need to get better with that, and it was better until
it wasn't.
Saturday.
Yeah.
It was better until Saturday.
It was better until Saturday. Hey, man.
Yeah.
Last week don't matter.
Go ahead. Total offense, we're better. We're top 10. We're number 7 in total offense, which may surprise some people, but we still gain a lot of yards, and we just turn the ball over. We still averaging almost 7 yards a play, which is
Yep.
fantastic, man. And 500 yards a game. That's
Yep.
phenomenal, man.
That's crazy.
Clemson is down there in the 30s, 36th. They averaging almost 6 yards a play and 400 and about 40 yards a game, which isn't terrible. It's not bad.
Yeah, they're a slow, methodical offense. Like
Yeah.
they chip away, chip. I didn't see any big plays, in what I'm saying, in the highlight. I'm sure they have them, but I didn't see nothing too crazy. Not the one hitter quitter type. It's just there's just chip away, chip away. You know what I'm saying? 10 yards, 8 yards, 6 yards, 7, like that. That's how they just gonna drive you to death, man. It's yeah, it's crazy.
Listen, man, this shit is a brutal stretch, man, of schedule, B. Like we
Yep.
knew that, man. UNC, Clemson, Virginia. There's a little break. I ain't gonna hold you. Should be a little break.
Yeah.
What, Florida State? Or is it Louisville? Florida State.
No, Florida State. Yeah.
Then Louisville.
Then NC State. Then Louisville.
So NC State is NC State is before Florida State, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's NC State, which is tough in Raleigh, then Florida State in Tallahassee,
then Louisville.
So
that's I'm gonna tell you. Hey, for all y'all that check out the pod, listen, I'm saying watch us on YouTube. That Louisville game, Louisville plays a Thursday night game 2 weeks earlier, then goes into a bye week and then plays us.
Yeah, that's
trash. That's trash.
The only good thing about that is it's in Miami, man. That's the only probably good thing about it.
Yeah, that's it. It's our last home game of the season, and then we close it out with Boston College. Man, this was again how different it would be, man, if that Georgia Tech shit went different. You know what I mean? Like it's just this little stretch right here would feel a little bit different, man. But hey, man, that's the way the game goes sometimes, man.
It's the way the cookie crumbles, son.
Yeah, man. Bruce Almighty with the shit.
I need to go get me something to eat real quick.
Yeah, man. We up out of here, man. That's all we got, man. I'm about to go get a snack. Hey, man, it's that You Heard podcast, man. Appreciate y'all checking it out, man. We out of here. Peace.
All right.